What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here. Today we're going to be going over some urban motorcycle riding, okay? We're going to talk about basic riding mistakes. So if you're out there riding in town and you're kind of nervous, let's pay attention here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. We have an intersection coming up. We got a happy face on the back of us. Ooh, there's a car. There was a car. I don't think they have a stop sign. They don't have a stop sign. So this is going to be one of those things where it's going to be a blind intersection, but we saw it ahead of time, okay? So you see that signage right there. This is going to indicate there is an intersection. This is a T intersection, okay? It could be flipped around. It could be all those other things, but it definitely is an intersection. So what do? We go into orange stage. We're prepped and ready, okay? We got the MTC awareness stages right here. Make sure you guys are paying attention to this. We teach this all the time. But yeah, we should be in orange stage. So covering those front brakes, looking for hazards, okay? Making sure that we have escape routes, making sure that we are being presentable, or presenting, and we're being predictable. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. And make sure that there's no other vehicles. But we do have a vehicle. You can kind of see it. There it is. There's that side of the vehicle that popped out. Okay, a little bit obstructed. We have a line of sight issue. So this is where we kind of creep into an intersection nice and easy. I use the haunted house metaphor all the time, or the analogy all the time, is that you're not running around corners unless you're freaking out, but it's an easy way for that chainsaw guy to grab you. Okay, I know they're not supposed to touch you, but just think about it. They're going to grab you. So if you're kind of peeking around, you see him kind of hiding, waiting for you to run, you can kind of juke him a little bit, right? That's kind of what we're doing inside of intersections, especially blind corners. Go ahead and creep in a little bit, and then you see, oh, nothing here. Then you go. You see something, oh, crap. And you can either stop or you can accelerate out of there. So right here, we have somebody kind of pulling out. Now, what we can do here is exactly what this person does, is kind of go around a little bit, okay? We want to go for the gap that is increasing. This gap right here is decreasing, okay? That person is going that way. It's gonna go away. Thankfully, we weren't hauling booty. Typically, we see motorcycle crashes with intersections inside of the vehicles, and this T-bone type accident is because people are going really fast. It's typically inside of a like, you know, in town and stuff. This looks like it's a campsite. Everyone's kind of going slow. That's why it's supposed to be, you know, 5 to 15 miles an hour in some of these places, because you can stop in time. You can adjust in time. If you're going 35, 45, we would have been inside of the vehicle already. So good job on this rider. It's definitely a smart rider with seeking and recognizing hazardous situations. Notice how they didn't even put their foot down. Nice progressive braking. This was really good. So make sure you guys are practicing progressive braking and making sure that you guys are practicing orange, yellow, and red stage maneuvers. Yellow stage is you're kind of just enjoying yourself. Orange stage is you are covering the brakes, kind of looking for escape routes, maybe even rolling with throttle. Red stage is mercy swerve, mercy progressive braking. Okay, pretty simple right there. Practice in a parking lot. We do have the booklet right here that you can practice 20 plus drills. Go ahead and grab this. It's on the store, new low price, and there's a cone option. You can get cones with it. All right, right here, already we can see what's happening. We have the side of the vehicle. We're coming up into an intersection right here. We're going to be in orange stage. It looks like we're going to be turning left because we're looking left. Maybe he's just kind of looking at this person. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's a pretty vehicle. Let's see what happens. Oh, went a little bit over the white line. Not supposed to do that. Not supposed to do that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. It's going to give you a little bit of a pucker factor here. So we're going to be turning left. We don't want to T-bone this person. So we notice that they're supposed to stop. They have a stop sign right there. And let's see what, we get up to here. Okay, they crossed the line. They're going to continue going. So at this point, at these speeds, we're going to intersect. So we can slow it down. Hopefully nobody is behind us. We're checking our mirrors, making sure we have good 360 situational awareness. So hopefully we can slow it down, because if they decide to go, they're going to win anyways. It's the law of gross tonnage. Let them go. We're going to kind of cut before them. There's no vehicles coming. So it seems like we're doing a pretty good, we're in a good situation here when it comes to planning. Okay, we're in a good position. We're locating it. We're assessing. And then if we had to, we're going to navigate. Okay, so always have that in your back pocket that you could do something. Don't just wait for them to do something. You need to do something. Take action for yourself. So when he did the little oof, that's his perception reaction. His reaction was oof. Now our reaction could be to accelerate, to swerve, to do some progressive braking, whatever it is. But this person decided to cross over. They weren't paying attention. Maybe they were looking left and didn't see us, and then all of a sudden they look right because they're going to go. Boom, there's somebody there. It's not a big deal. It happens all the time. So we're going to go ahead and point at them. We notice that there's no vehicles coming down that road, so it's okay. You don't have to do left, left, right, all that stuff right now because we already saw it. Go ahead and point at them, maintain our turn. You notice how he doesn't have to have a turn with two hands. So So he's waving, giving them a little, hey, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. They already know that because they did see you. They made a mistake. Quick shout out to our sponsor, Cardo Systems. Thank you so much. This is the Bluetooth system that I use. I've been using for years, and they've been supporting us for quite a few years. But if you don't know what system to get, go to their website, check it out. You can compare all the models. Links in the description for a discount, and it helps out the channel, allows us to keep posting this on YouTube for free. So thank you so much, Cardo. Let's support them. They support us. Now let's get right back into the videos. All right here we have an intersection. We should be going into orange stage right away. Let's see what happens. It's a red light for us. Hopefully we don't get hit from behind. Hey, it's green light. Okay. Side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle. Brake, 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 brake. Okay. Merge into lane. You don't need to do that because you're kind of pushing them off to the side. And if there's like a road surface hazard or a pothole or something, they're going to move to the left. They don't want to hit that. They don't mind hitting you, or they're going to apply the brakes and kind of swerve and you get clipped. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's see here. So we have an intersection. It looks like it's pretty high traffic. It looks like it's downtown. It looks like there's a lot of pedestrians here. Yeah, definitely a lot of traffic. Definitely a lot of traffic. So yeah, it's going to be an orange stage. We're prepped and ready for something. We're looking for escape routes. We're keeping our fingers on that brake. And we're not squeezing yet, but just in case. So green doesn't always mean go. We have somebody in the intersection already. So that person is passing. Hey, we're going to go and go. But one thing that human eyes love to take in and to really observe is lights. So we have light coming into our eyes and movement. Okay, this is why it's very important that we present and kind of move a little bit so we can be seen. If we just stay still, motion-induced blindness is going to blend us into the background. But for us as motorcyclists, we can see all the lights. It's going to give us nice little information. We see headlights. It's going to give us information. And then we have movement right here. That's going to give us information, okay? So if you ever see like a sniper, okay, a sniper sitting there in its ghillie suit and everything, not moving, can't see it. Can't see him or her. Can't see him. The moment they stand up or the moment they start moving around, oh, there they are. That's the same thing here. We don't want to have that motion-induced blindness and be like, we can't see anything because we're not paying attention. So if we see that movement of that vehicle right there and it's still moving, right here, instead of accelerating through, let's go ahead and give it just a little bit of progressive braking. Or since we're barely accelerating, we're not going super fast, what we can do is just roll off the throttle and give ourselves some engine braking. And what that does when you roll up the throttle, the engine RPMs are going to slow down, which is going to slow down the rear tire, which is going to slow you down. And that's going to help you, maintain an adequate space cushion, because we don't want to have an area where we're super close, because if something like that happens and there's, like I said, a pothole, they're going to swerve into you. You want to make sure to say there's a pothole, they're not going to swerve into you. That's why we ride staggered when we're in group rides. So the rev bomb is not going to do anything. It's just going to obviously let them know, especially at this speed and the window is down. The main thing here is that I want to make sure I have a good space cushion. So go ahead and apply the brakes. If somebody's behind you, that's just one of the realities of things. And that's why we acquire and use personal protective equipment in case we crash. But here, I don't want to be this close. I don't want to be this close at all. And this person is starting to freak out a little bit, pulling over. Hey, go ahead and let them in. No. We created this situation. Let this person just go. When I'm sitting here, I'm like, just go, please just go. Because you're creating a bad space cushion for me, and there's somebody behind me. It's like, just go. You created this, go. Instead, this motorcycle rider's like, no, I'm in control of the situation. I'm not going to make it any better, and I'm just going to stay side by side with you. You see what I mean? We could have accelerated past. We could have just went. Instead, we want to stay here. Now we have no escape route to the right. We can only accelerate, decelerate, or swerve to the left. And I think there might be vehicles on the left. So now we're putting ourselves in a bad situation, this lane filtering situation where it doesn't need to happen. So as a motorcyclist, make sure that when we're going through an intersection, we are prepared for these sides of the vehicles and any of this motion that's happening. And if somebody does take our spot, let them have it. Law of gross tonnage means they're going to win. If you guys collide, who's going to be the one on the ground in the hospital? Who's the one that's going to have seatbelts, airbags, crumple zones, and a bunch of different protection? You know what I mean? So let's make sure that we're not accelerating. We're not getting pissed off. Let's make sure we're riding without our ego. And just kind of let things go. Just let things move. We're riding on motorcycles. We're already having a better time than this person in a car. Let's just move on. All right, here we go. We're riding some kind of adventure bike here. Go ahead and write in the comments if you know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a Yamaha because this guy's Yamaha'd out. But let's take a look. There's that side of the vehicle up ahead. Apply the brakes. Okay, we're not really slowing down until now. Don't know what he said. Don't care. All right, let's take a look again. We're going to come up to here. We have line of sight issues to the right. We got a lot of plants. And we got plants to the left. We don't have shoulders. Very small lanes, so we're kind of in an area that's going to be difficult to escape into out, left or right. So we really have braking and acceleration as our options here. So we do have side of the vehicle. This is going to indicate that there is an intersection because unless this person came out of the trees, there's probably a road there. So if you see that, that means we should be going to orange stage. I know it was already up on the screen, but let's put it back up. As soon as we see that, hey, it's an intersection. Just because this person made it out, there might be somebody else too. There might be somebody else. It's like with deer. If there's one, there's 10 more. So we're going to come up to here. And let's go back just a little bit. So as soon as we see that, let's go ahead and roll off the throttle. We were going about 100-something kilometers an hour. We're going 98 now. We're kind of rolling off. He has his hand off it. He's going to start to apply the brakes, hopefully. But about this point, we want to maintain as much space cushion as possible. Let's save as much as we can by applying the brakes, rolling off the throttle, all those different things. And so that if something does happen, we do have room to do something. We could swerve or even apply more brake pressure. We don't want to be in a position where we have nothing and we still need something. We have something now. We might not need it. I'd rather have a lot and then utilize it. It's a nice little, it's a space cushion. It's a safety net. So he's not squeezing the brakes at all. He's just kind of downshifting. Let's go ahead and squeeze those brakes. He's downshifting. You saw the hand movement. And now we're applying the brakes. You notice how like the camera movement went a little bit forward? We're barely doing it now. So if you notice, we don't have an escape to the right. We don't have an escape to the left anymore. And we can't accelerate. So the only option we have is to apply the brakes. And at this point, our space cushion is kind of terrible. Hopefully this person doesn't slam the brakes either. Maybe there's something in front of them. Who knows? Hopefully they accelerate so we don't hit them. But do we have enough total stopping distance? Maybe. Especially since this person's moving right now. But we don't want to be using all of it. Okay, we want to be able to use some of it. And if we had to, like he does, swerve out of the way. Thankfully, this vehicle that's in the oncoming lane isn't like half a second too late because then we would have swerved into them. So I don't want to put myself in this position. It's a close call because we weren't paying attention. We weren't anticipating and assessing if this was a relevant threat. We located it was a hazard, but we didn't assess anything. We just kind of said, huh? And then at the last second, we assessed and then navigated. Don't like it. So we're going to go ahead and accelerate through here and start yelling kind of awkwardly. We should have been a little bit more preventative on this, okay? Let's not react. Let's prevent some of these things. All right, everybody, with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe. Grab yourself a rescue booklet. Grab yourself some gear from Revzilla. Check out the store. We got rescue packs, and our academy is going to be updated pretty soon. So join the academy now, and I'll see you around.